Alright, everyone. Let's get back to Doom. How long is that?
Fuck me, Hoyo, bro. Oh my god. Getting on my fucking nerves, dude.
We tried rolling. We tried.
Play this dick in your mouth.
We should have picked up something on our sweep. It's like he doesn't exist. I'll try again, sir. Quietly. You're being watched.
Watch this ass in your face.
Yes, my lord.
Through the eyes of a fresh soul.
God.
Truth is revealed.
I don't understand. Oh, I forgot to turn off the fan too.
Oh.
Hang on. Before I blow my shit smooth off. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. Why do we do this? Like, why do we hype ourselves up? Why do we go through the effort only to just get railed? Like, we say, oh, this is the time, this is the day, and then we get railed. And then we say, oh, well, there's always a chance, and then we get railed. Like, I don't understand.
We tried rolling on Triple
I don't
Z.
understand, okay? Because I want, get this shrimp dick pencil out of here. I wanted Norma. There was a plan in motion. There was a plan in motion, all right? And I really wanted Norma. Not because she's just adorable. I want to make people upset. Because Norma makes people upset. And I want to use Norma to make people upset. And so you tell me that with 17 searches left, we roll and we get fucking Kaleda again. Now, keep in mind, okay, because we're keeping a track record, right? We tried this last time and we got her again. That was 9 months ago, and I'm keeping track. Man, move this fucking cup, bro. This cup's gonna be dust by the time I come back here tomorrow, and then the day after that, and the day after that. We got 10 days left and 90 searches. We're not getting that close ever again. What was the point? What was the point?
I mean, I bet if we play the campaign a bunch.
Within 10 days?
Yeah. You get a bunch of polychrome for playing the campaign, remember?
You're gonna be busy tomorrow. So that's tomorrow out the way. So that leaves 9 days.
What am I doing
left.
tomorrow?
What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm watching The Odyssey at 11 o'clock tomorrow.
I don't know, bro. I don't know anymore. What? What?
You in that cup, bro.
This cup can smoke dick, alright? I don't give a shit.
You in that cup is like
Cup
Toto Wolf with his
dick.
headphones.
And kick ass and suck feet. Because... And then everyone in Mihoyo, too, can also smoke dick, kick rocks, and eat ass. Because I don't give a shit anymore, bro. Fuck them all. Because, like, you have to have the fucking Impractical Jokers and Murray's ugly ass in the fucking booth having a laugh at this shit.
Why?
Because this has because this has to be a fucking joke, right? Is there cameras in this room?
No.
How do you know that? The bird could be a cannon for all we know. Tweeting shit. Because I don't get it. This has to be a joke. Like this has to be this has to be a joke.
One stone found. One lock now opened.
Oh my god.
When you get mad at a game, but everything around you is too valuable to throw, so you start genuinely tweaking. 8 losses in a row on Overwatch 2 genuinely have me considering eating a fucking brick.
I am your way out.
Be not afraid. Yo, like, good looks, but like, your welding kind of sucks dick. I would work on that if I were you.
I think all welding looks like that, Clough.
I've seen better.
Oh, I have to get all this back?
Girl, we've been
Sorry. Oh, I love this meme.
Girl, we've been knowing how to draw.
Beatboxing puppy.
It's so stupid. Like, it reminds you of that fucking dog in the plane meme that you always just fucking show me.
Dog in the plane?
Yeah, you know the one, the fucking dog. It was like a wiener dog in like a plane, and he spoke gibberish.
Oh! Ba, 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 You showed that to me first.
I wish I didn't. Top 10 biggest mistakes of my life, aside from rolling today. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, bro.
Ba,
That was a big ass mistake. I wish I never did that shit.
ba, da, ga, da, ga.
You know what, bro? I need a laugh right now. And I you know what? I know just a thing.
You guys are fucking dead.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man, we don't have the. I'm not using the spear anymore.
You guys are fucking dead.
You guys are fucking dead.
Where's the other one I heard? There we go. You couldn't go 5 minutes on TikTok without hearing this audio. This shit sounds like if you put everything in the pot and then you set it to boil for at max heat. That's what it sounds like, bro. You just threw everything in the pot. Alive or dead, you just threw it in the fucking pot.
You guys are fucking dead.
The funniest part about that scene was that he then got his ass handed to him by Battle Beast
Yeah.
right after saying that.
I don't get how people deadass say that Invincible's, what's it called? Animation is garbage.
That's what people have been saying. Don't shoot the messenger.
I don't understand that shit.
is the thing now. Like, X has better animation than Invincible. And that's been going on for a very long time. See, also, you're a fucking idiot. See, also, X show has better story writing than, you know what? Choose your own adventure. A, Gooseworks, or B, Busy-Pop. Choose your own adventure. Cause they say both.
It's a difference.
No, I know that, but people will say like, name a show.
I don't know, fucking Teen Titans.
Teen Titans is better story writing than The Amazing Digital Circus.
There's the thing where they compare, where they give bullshit comparisons again.
Sure, yeah.
Or just like bad comparisons, period.
I don't know, bro. Like, at this point, I don't... Anything or anyone talking about The Amazing Digital Circus, I don't even want to hear it anymore. I'm done. I'm done.
Because The Amazing Digital Circus had good writing.
You guys have doodle water like takes. I'm done. I don't give a shit what you guys have to say. I'm done. I really don't give a shit anymore. What? What? Zooble?
Oh, I can use the spear.
Oh, you can like swap them out?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd hope so, because it'd be stupid if you couldn't.
Right? You guys are fucking dead.
We have 9 days to make them suffer. And if we don't, then they win. And I don't want them to win, Alex. They whine about everything, okay? They give you a fucking... They as in Mihoyo, they give us summer outfits. And people complain about it. They give us new characters. And they complain about it.
Wasn't the Triple Z community supposed to be the chillest out of all of the fucking games?
Out of all the games from Mihoyo, yeah. That was the... What happened to those days? What happened to all the days where there was a civil war going on between Genshin fans yelling at Zenless Zone Zero fans and calling that game a Gunner game, and then we were just chill about it, and then Honkai Star Rail fans,
which honestly
existed.
doesn't make sense because Genshin is also kind of a Gunner game itself.
Genshin Impact was the OG Gunner game before Zenless Zone Zero did it. Let's not have dementia, okay? Before Zenless Zone Zero, huh?
They're posers.
I refuse to call them either one of those terms.
They're posers, bro.
Before Zenless, we had...
Because you can't, there's no way you used to play Zenless and not think that, I mean, not Zenless. There's no way that you played Genshin and didn't think that it was a Gunner game. Like, let's be honest, let's be real honest here.
I want to set the hardest line of crap right now because I'm so angry. I'm so fucking upset right now, bro. You have no fucking idea. Yeah, we try, and we get fucking Kaleda. Like, every fucking time. It's not even Nekomata anymore, it's just Kaleda. I'm just like, you get your daughter, alright? Get my niece, because I swear, bro. I'm gonna lose my shit. Cause this has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. There has to be somebody behind the camera playing this shit out right now. I'm telling you, it's Murray. It was fucking.
Of all people, why Murray?
I don't know. It's the only one I can think of right now.
There's Sal. There's Q.
Fine. Maybe it is Sal.
Joe.
Maybe it is Sal.
Oh, because he's tonight's big loser.
I'm the fucking big loser. Get in the fucking thing. I would have loved if you came up short. I was manifesting that. Not exactly praying on your downfall, but it was like you know what would be really funny?
Having your own Impractical Jokers moment.
We just did. And we're tonight's biggest loser.
Ugh.
Oh my god. Bro, it's been 9 months. Nice sweep, no sweep, give your balls a tug. What is this? Oh.
Speaking of cat,
No, that's something
Fucking
else.
stupid.
What'd I do?
No, I'm fucking stupid.
Oh. Bless you. I didn't answer that one because there was a bit I was gonna say and I forgot what it was. Oh, I heard you the first time. There we go. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Cubes. No, it wasn't there.
Robert Kubitzer.
I was gonna.
What you seek
Word.
lies within.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't know. I don't really like this. It's giving.
It's giving what?
It's giving something. I don't know what it's giving, but it's giving something. Very very eerie. When you have too much Pepto-Bismol and you go to sleep. This is what you start dreaming about. Yeah. Oh nah.
What?
Doomslayer took 40 Benadryls. and this happened. What the fuck?
Yeah, I definitely like the spear function better.
I'm gonna get even madder.
Why?
'Cause I remember that somebody said a fuck ass, shit ass take last year that I saw. Well, you know when Lando won the world championship?
Yeah.
Someone said Lando might be worse than Bruno Senna.
Huh?
Bruno Senna. You want a history trip? Okay. Bruno Senna is not Senna's son, because Senna never had a son. Bruno Senna was Senna's was his nephew.
Was Ayrton's nephew?
Yeah, it was his nephew. Okay. TLDR, he had a career, wasn't really that good. I think he was mostly in like not good teams, like towards the back, like HRT. Renault Williams, no, not really like top tier teams. Only had like a few years, didn't really get to prove himself that much. But in his career, Bruno Senna, okay, had 0 wins, 0 podiums, 33 career points, 1 fast lap, and no pole positions.
And somehow he's worse than Lando? What the fuck?
Lando has had... This was before he won the championship. So, these stats are kind of outdated. 0 championships, 9 wins, 41 podiums, 1,339 career points, 33 pole positions, and 18 fastest laps. Again, that's out of date. And he's worse than Bruno Senna.
That's better than Bruno Senna. The fuck?
Again, fuck ass take. I don't understand it. People will sit here to, again, I don't exaggerate when I say that people will literally fight Maharaga butt ass naked in Times Square before ever admitting that Lando is a world champion. I'm not kidding.
Which doesn't make sense because he
don't
is
understand.
world champion. How the
People will sit here and say to your fucking face that Jack Villeneuve is a better world champion than Lando Norris is. Not saying that Jack Villeneuve is a terrible world champion. Jack Villeneuve just has a mouth. That's all I'm gonna say. Sometimes he needs to know when to shut the fuck up, but that's neither here nor there. I don't understand. I don't get it. Gosh. I need to get fucking Doomslayer with how mad I get. Take all my aggression out on something. Tear down this school. Sorry.
You. Seems to be that the only thing the F1 fans know how to do is exaggerate heavy.
The only thing they know how to dick ride. All they know how to fucking do. All they know how to do is slurp that shit. Till their fucking jaw hurts, until their fucking ass is hard and sore and red. Piss off, all of you. I don't understand. I really don't understand. All you guys know as fucking dick ride and put on your fucking we love the 2000s V10 is the best thing ever goggles. Like it's the only thing Formula One is. And I don't get it. I don't get it. When people say that the racing was peak, it was interesting, but it wasn't all that it's cracked out to be. Alright, people swear to you that the racing in the 2000s was like the best it ever was. It really wasn't. Not saying it was great, not saying it was complete ass. There's like a middle ground.
It's just mid.
It's just mid. You know, entertaining moments, sure. But it's not, I don't think it's peak Formula One. I don't think it is. And I'm probably gonna crucify. Go ahead and crucify me, I don't give a shit. Because how are you gonna sit here and tell me that you would rather watch an era where most overtaking happened in the pit lane than it does on track? But at least the engines sound good, right?
That's not what makes racing.
How you go? I tapped the screen.
Engine sound is not what makes racing.
How you gonna sit here and swear to me? How you gonna sit here and swear to me
Motherfucker.
that peak racing is the top 8 being on the same lap? But at least the engine sounded good.
Engine sound does not make racing.
It doesn't. That's why I don't get this whole bring back V10s will make F1 better. No, it won't. Okay, if you don't fix the cars, the engine won't do jack shit. That's why I don't understand Mohammed Ben Silly saying we're gonna bring back V8s or V10s or whatever it was. Because unless you fix the main problems, which is definitely the racing, engines won't do anything.
The first thing you should do is
Retire. Ow, I hit my ball.
no. If you want to make racing better, if you want to make the grid better with racing, first thing you should probably do is take Monaco off the list.
What you should do is fire MBS, because he has some really very weird things that he's done since being in office. Some that feels very like a dictatorship. But I digress. All right. If you put me in charge, and I'm not saying that I know everything, because I'm just a dumb fucking American over here. My suggestions would be to fix the cars first. If you want to add more engines or engine types, you can always do that last, but it's never a priority. I take some races off the calendar, Monaco being one of them. But I like more teams and less races. Cause 24 races in a year is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
How are you the pinnacle of motorsport? But the idea of a new team is always like, I don't think we should really do that. Because the sponsorship money will be diluted if we have a new team on the grid.
It's greed.
I don't know. I digress. I don't want to say that I need to be nicer to Formula One. I talk a lot of negatives about it, so I want to, I really need to practice being a little bit more, positive. Because granted, there's a lot of things that do piss me off. And I can talk for an hour about it, and we are only 30 minutes into this video. But one thing I never want to do is I never want to... Nice one, dumbass. I never want to tell other people not to watch something, because I feel like they should always have a choice to watch it. Because I don't like to be
That guy.
those assholes who will tell you watch Formula One or you don't know wheel. Hate those assholes. I hate those assholes. So I never want to be the people who tell you what you can and can't watch. You know. Sure, I don't like Formula One, but that should not stop you from watching Formula One. If you don't watch Formula One, you can always do so. But there's a limit to how much you should know.
I swear.
You should, like, if you want to enjoy it the best, enjoy Formula One on the track. Everything off the track, don't even look at it.
Phew. Fucking finally.
Oh, you did it. I just contradicted myself. I said I don't tell people what they can and can't do, and then
Proceeded to tell people.
yes, I did. You know what? It was a suggestion. It was merely a suggestion. I add on to that. You can go more in depth if you want, but F1 Twitter is accessible. But you know, enter at your own risk. What's... Oh. Yes? No? What's moving or what's not? I can't... I don't... Oh, that. Maybe you gotta bounce off it? Or not. You could just do that.
The fuck was that? Oh. Because it was blocking that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Oh my god. Whoa. My voice hurts. I need to stop yelling. But like, it's hard. It's really hard.
Huh? Oh, okay. Hold up, what did I just unlock?
You unlocked something?
Yeah, this. Ah, alright. Oh,
Piastri to leave McLaren rumor. Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
huh.
Some are saying that Max leaving Red Bull. I feel like there is a chance that could happen.
What, for Max to, oh, okay.
For Max to leave Red Bull and the possibility of for him going to McLaren, but I don't buy that.
If that happens, I feel like the friendship between Max and Lando is gonna be like Hamilton and what's his face?
Rosberg,
Yeah.
meme guy. The reason why I see now, I don't think that's not gonna happen. I don't think that's not gonna. Who was shooting at you? Being mad rude. I don't think that's not gonna happen. Not because like, oh, I can't see Max being an orange, like how some people say, or
Don't make sense at
or
all.
oh, I can't see Oscar Piastri not being in any other team other than the McLaren.
That's kinda stupid.
That's kind of stupid. Okay.
That's like saying, oh, I don't see John Cena being anything else but WWE champion.
Like the reason why I say that I can't see that happening because I feel like McLaren really liked Piastri and they fought tooth and nail for him, by the way, to get him from Alpine. They really fought for him, and if they do that, then I'm sorry, like McLaren is just really fucking stupid for that one because Oscar Piastri.
It wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the first time they did.
It wouldn't be the first time, exactly, because you know who was the first? Daniel Ricciardo. Yeah, exactly. Well, I can't see that happening, and if they do that, then I think that's just stupid. Now, do I think Piastri should go to Red Bull?
Not at all.
No.
I feel like any driver going to Red Bull,
It's a kind of
horrible idea.
It's a death sentence, but
On their
without
career.
Max Verstappen, that team's definitely going to be a different one.
not the whole team is not going to be centered around Max.
But the problem is that, and this is the thing when it comes to Formula One, if Max goes to McLaren and Piastri is out of McLaren, there is nowhere else for him to go.
Besides Red Bull?
Besides Red Bull, yes. There's nowhere else for him to go.
What the fuck? How did I end up in the water?
There's nowhere else for him to go.
Would Red Bull be better without Max in it? As a team, yes.
No.
What do you mean?
As a team?
As a team, I feel like Max.
As a team.
As a team, I feel like Red Bull would be better without Max.
No. I can't see that because when you have
then
one car,
it wouldn't be stroking Max so heavily. Be like, oh, every second driver, if they're not doing as good as Max, then they're not going to be on the team. Like, hop off his dick.
When you have one car in the points and another car not in the points, then you take out Max Verstappen in that equation, and you have no car in the points. I think. Like,
oh no, that's not what I mean.
Like I can't see that team being better.
Oh no, that's not what I mean. I mean it's like when I say as a team they would be better, then I mean they would stop comparing their second drivers to Max Verstappen.
I would hope that those days are over and now that Christian Horny and the one-eyed bastard is gone.
Because like, if Oscar Piastri is on Red Bull, right?
Yeah.
And Max ain't there.
Yeah.
then they won't kick off Oscar Piastri because he's not doing as good as Max Verstappen.
Yeah, because Max is not in that team anymore.
Exactly. Therefore, they would do better as a team. Because if all they're doing is putting the car to Max's specifications, Max this, Max that, blase blah, that's not a team. Because all they're doing is what's it called? Relying on Max overly and trying to compare their second driver to Max, in which that's not being a team. That is a group of people just overly stroking off one of their drivers and then leaving the other driver to be the middle, not even the middle child, without there even being a third child, if you get what I'm saying.
But it's like I said, right? If Max does go to McLaren, it's Red Bull or nothing, because there's no other team would move or budge. I can't see that happening. Not Ferrari, because Leclerc and Hamilton are locked in for a while. Not Mercedes, because they have George and Kimi. Not Alpine, because Alpine seems to be fine where they are, just for some reason. But whatever. Not Aston Martin, because one is the son of the owner, and the other is Alonso.
And who the fuck wants to go?
Unless Alonso is out, which I don't blame him.
And who the fuck wants to go to Aston Martin at this point?
Yeah, unless Alonso's out, which I don't blame him if he does. Cadillac seems to be fine the way they are. Williams seems to be fine the way they are.
Audi,
for better or for worse. Audi seems to be fine the way they are with Hulkenberg and Bortoleto, unless Hulkenberg wants out. But see, here's the thing though, right? If the team is not Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, or I want to say McLaren, it's not an improvement. It's more of like it's a downgrade. Although no, if the team was Alpine, maybe McLaren, I want to say that's a sidestep. If the team is Racing Bulls, Aston Martin, or Cadillac, that's a downgrade, because you're going from what was a top team to now just being somewhere in the midfield. So that's the thing. It's the game of musical chairs, and that's how it always has been in F1. It's always been a game of like musical chairs. So like if he doesn't take the seat at Red Bull, then that's it. That's just how it is.
fuck you, bitch.
I don't know, even then, for Max to going to McLaren, for me, is also a sidestep. It's a plateau rather than an improvement from Red Bull. And the reason why I say that is because McLaren hasn't gotten this car well this year. I don't know if you've heard. I don't know what the problem is with this car, but they're still trying to figure out how, what's wrong with it. And even then, freaking Norris has a grip. Okay. Norris has a grid penalty for the upcoming race in Belgium.
For what?
Because they have to take another power unit. Because, there's
I kind of find that rule to be dumb.
It's like I don't know what it stems from, if it stems from costs or whatever. You have a certain allotment of engines that you have per season, and if you exceed that, then you start getting grid penalties. And the same thing applies for parts as well. There's a certain allotment. If you exceed that allotment throughout the year, then you start getting grid penalties. I'm not saying it's fair, I'm not saying it's unfair, it's a rule, it's there. But it's like, I don't know what number they're on the McLaren, but they've taken another one. And that is showing you how like confused they are with these new engines. They don't really, they're having a lot of issues. What was it? I think both Norris and Piastri have both had DNFs this year because of the engine.
Really?
Yeah, I don't understand.
And that means and that means the engine, obviously the engine is bad, and
But-
it's something that needs to be worked on.
But it's a Mercedes engine. And Mercedes did have problems with their engine this year, but not as much as McLaren is.
Then it's probably something with the car. Something else with the car. What with the car? I don't know. It could be the gearbox. How would that make sense? I don't know. I'm spitballing. Let me throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
That by accident. I'm surprised that McLaren has taken an excess amount of engine parts and not Aston Martin has. 'Cause Aston Martin, I don't know what's going on with that team, honestly. They got the battery is so loose that it's causing vibrations, that's causing the drivers to actually feel uncomfortable. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with that team. It's Honda, who, by the way, Honda was the manufacturer that provided Red Bull with so many championships over the years during the turbo hybrid era. And it's Adrian Newey, who is known for making some of the best cars in Formula One history. The guy can see air. And it's Lawrence Stroll, who has like unlimited money. And then there's Lance Stroll. But like, oh, I'm sorry, and there's also Alonso, the two-time world champion. And then there's Lance Stroll. So it's like, it's not a dream team.
I don't think Lawrence wants to win.
I don't know what the fuck he wants to do.
Lawrence doesn't want to win, obviously, because if he did, he would obviously kick his son out the fucking team.
I think he'd rather die than do that. What the fuck is happening? Like, now, I'm not gonna say that Adrian Newey built a bad car. I'm not gonna point the finger at Adrian Newey, because one thing I've been seeing a lot is that Aston Martin and Honda are playing the good old-fashioned game of who's to blame. Honda is blaming Aston Martin, and Aston Martin is blaming Honda. And F1's fans are blaming Adrian Newey. But here's what I have to make very clear. Adrian Newey was on gardening leave last year because he left Red Bull. Gardening leave is like a fancy term. I think it's like a British term. I love British terms. It's like what the fuck? How do I explain it? You sitting next to me.
Okay.
You work for McLaren.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do at McLaren. You do something at McLaren.
I just worked there.
Yes. You don't want to work there anymore.
Alright.
So now you want to work at Mercedes.
Alright.
You can't just leave McLaren and go to Mercedes in the same season. because
have to finish off the season along.
You have to finish off the season. It's
because I could give some shit away about the
exactly. You can give away some
That
bits.
kind of feels like cheating in a type of way.
It's not cheating because you can't copy an idea. If you take paperwork like right before your last day in McLaren, you go into the bins and you take paperwork for like next year's car, bring it over to Mercedes, and you be like, yo, here's the sit rep. That's cheating. And you know who did that?
Who?
I think it was McLaren.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, how would that be cheating if
It's
all
cheating.
your-
No, it is.
How?
Because McLaren.
Oh,
What
I
was
thought.
it called?
You see, what I did was I took that as you're basically making those car designs that you did for Mercedes, and you're having it be the car designs from McLaren instead of Mercedes.
Like
But now I see that what you're saying is you're basically showing them the
illegal documents.
of the car.
Exactly. And
I see now. Again, I took what I did was I took that as he's going to McLaren instead of Mercedes. He's going to Mercedes instead of McLaren and saying this is what the car is going to be made of.
like I think it was McLaren that did that, or was it Ferrari? Ferrari and McLaren were the ones involved. I forget what year it happened.
Oh my God! Get me.
It's not Spygate. It's called some. No, I think it is called Spygate. And it caused McLaren to get the biggest penalty in Formula One history, which I think was like $1 million
Damn.
or $1 billion. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. But the craziest part was that Ferrari. Ferrari had legal documents from McLaren. That's what it was. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You work at McLaren. You want to work at Mercedes. You can't just go in the same year because you can take that information from the current season and next year's season that they told you whatever, and tell Mercedes, and now they have an advantage. So the term is called gardening leave. So when you want to go to another team, you can't just go like immediately, which is why it's called gardening leave. You know, like gardening, like you're taking time off. Like you don't work at McLaren anymore, so now you're just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
Until like next year, where you can start work fresh off the boats at Mercedes, and do the whole shit.
Yeah.
That's gardening leave. So like Adrian Newey, when he left, he was in gardening leave, right?
Yeah.
And during that period, they were already making the 26 Aston Martin F1 car. So the shit that he actually had knowledge in was very minor. The things that he did to the car was very minor.
I guess up until now.
Yeah. Like, so I'm not gonna blame Adrian Newey. I'm not gonna say, oh, Adrian Newey's a fraud, which is a fucking hot take, by the way. No, it's a shit take. Because you're gonna sit here and tell me that after all these years of making good cars at Red Bull, he makes one bad car and now he's a fucking dunce? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. That mentality is ass backwards. But I digress.
Then again, the mentality of most F1 fans is ass backwards.
That's kind of what it is. I don't know what Honda is on. Maybe they didn't build a good engine, and maybe that's just the case. But Aston Martin is so slow that F1 has to literally change the rules and tweak it a bit. So Aston Martin and Honda gets more development time
Damn.
to fix their issues because it's that bad. It's that bad.
Damn.
So, yeah, I hope they get their shit together because I would like to see Fernando Alonso back on the podium because when we did, like, what was it, 2 years ago?
A few years ago.
3 years
yeah.
ago? I was eating that shit up. I was like, yes. Yes, Nando, you slay. And then they tweaked, and then they brought some updates to the car and it was never the same again.
And you know, he has Lance as a teammate.
That shit was
The most
so
useless man in F1 is Lance Stroll, and you will never convince me otherwise.
You know, I saw a thing because I saw a thing. It was a question I saw on TikTok that was like, aside from Lance Stroll, who is the second worst driver on the grid? And that actually made me think. Cause I actually couldn't like.
Esteban Ocon?
He was known for colliding with his teammates. But I don't know. I can't say Franco, because I feel like Franco didn't have much time in Formula 1 up until now. So I really cannot tell. It's not Hulkenberg. It's not Alonso.
Hulkenberg could be a good driver.
Hulkenberg can definitely be a good driver. Give him a good car, I think he can definitely be a good driver. I don't want to say it's Alex Albon. It's not Carlos Sainz.
But then again, you'll have people be like, oh, nah, no one, oh wait, this is for worst driver.
Second worst driver.
Second worst driver. I feel like there's someone who would be like, everyone compared to Max Verstappen is a is a horrible driver.
Bum ass take. You can't convince me otherwise. What are you doing? Did you see him up there?
What?
Bro was going side by side like this.
What, him?
No, it was one of the dudes in red. He was going like side. He was fucking wave dashing that shit. No, like you reminded me of a bum ass take that Max fans were doing when he took part in the Nürburgring 24 Hours, and how every Max fan was saying that because they don't know what GC3 racing is, every other racer compared to Max was a terrible driver. And you can't do that, not with GT3, because yes, Max took part in the Nürburgring. To be honest, I think that was a really good idea for him. I think it's a good idea because Red Bull is going to give him a fucking aneurysm. I think he needs to have fun somewhere. But like, Max is not the only person driving the car. You know, like, I feel like it's doing his teammates a disservice. You know?
Yeah.
But they don't know that. But whatever.
Because do a little bit of fucking research before you open your mouth, dipshit.
Like, I don't understand. And then there was a Nürburgring race that they did earlier in the year. It wasn't the Nürburgring 24 Hours. It was another race at the Nürburgring. It was like a precursor to it or whatever it was. And I told you this before. There was a driver who passed away. It was like a big pileup. And the only thing everybody was saying was how this messed up Max Verstappen's race. And that's just disrespectful.
Somebody died.
Somebody fucking died. And how people were saying, oh, how this ruined Max Verstappen's chances.
Oh, bro, try being human for once in your damn life. Somebody died.
Like, I'll never understand that thought, that mentality. That is just absolutely disrespectful. No doubt about it. Hands down, like, you need to do fucking better.
Have a heart, bro. Bro, it's not about Max. It's not all about Max, bro. Somebody died. This is why you can't take F1 fans seriously.
But I guarantee you, there are some things. Like for one, I love the innovation of Formula One. That has and will always be something that I've always loved about the sport. Is that I love the fact that as the years go on, it pushes innovation more and more and more.
Bullshit.
Can I fucking speak?
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, because you're trying to bring the negative out of me again. And I'm trying to be fucking positive.
I'm sorry.
No, fuck you.
Go ahead.
I don't want to say it anymore.
Again with the cup. That thing is barely
I don't give
together.
a shit. Stephanie.
Bitch, do I look like a Stephanie?
I'm trying to be positive and you would be like, bullshit. Tee. You're part of the problem. Alright, Alex. I try and be happy. I try and be nice. And you can't even really gotta say shit. Now I'm not saying anymore.
Not say it.
No, because you're a fucking a negative Nancy. See, you're being the Debbie Downer and not me.
I shot the wrong gun, but it still worked out. Say it.
Can I say it now?
Yes. I've been telling you to say it this whole
No,
time.
you'd be like, bullshit.
Go
That's
ahead.
not true.
Go ahead.
If you die, bro, end this shit. 'Cause I'm so fucking tired.
Yeah, I know. Only reason I respawned was to see if I gotta fight that motherfucker that keeps having the orange holograms in the shit.
Like, one thing I like about Formula One is the animation. Now, I know...
The animation?
The innovation. Now,
Oh, innovation.
Innovation, yes. Now, I know what you're going to say, because I'm also thinking, too, it's only innovation until it's not. And yes, that is the case. But that's basically what Formula One's always been about. It's about pushing innovation and putting it into road cars. That's literally why we race. That's why the saying, fuck this. That's why we say the saying, race on Sunday, sell on Monday, because the whole point of racing is to sell cars. And just like racing has always been, it's everything from racing trickles down to the road cars that you drive and take your fucking kids to soccer practice on. Except not really. But
that depends on what type of parent you are.
that depends on the car that you're driving.
If you're just a regular person that don't know cars and don't... Well, certain cars. I'm not gonna say you don't know cars, because you probably do. But...
Probably.
Like, you probably do, but it's like, when I say you don't know cars, I mean it's like... You don't know, like... sports cars.
But like,
You don't care about sports cars.
but just as much as I like the innovation, I love the stories, like the loopholes. You know, it's not cheating because it says it's here. It says it right here in the rule book. That's literally not cheating. Because if it says don't do this and you literally don't and you literally do it,
Alright, bro.
what is that?
Say again? You said... something about you literally... Listen, I'm sorry, I just died again.
Where is it?
Repeat.
Last chance. If you die again, bro, end this shit. Because I'm not... We not doing this. If it says do this, if it says don't do this, this is illegal in the rule book, right?
Yeah.
And then you do that. What is that called?
Cheating.
That's cheating, right?
Because you're doing something against the rules.
Because you are literally looking at the rule book and saying that don't apply to me, and you do it.
I mean, yeah.
And you get fined for it, or whatever. That's
it's
illegal.
like, for what?
Right? It's exactly for what? Right? But if it says don't do X, but it doesn't say do Y.
You mean don't do what?
Yeah, if it says don't do X, but it also doesn't say Y or Z. It's a gray area. You can still do it.
Because it ain't
Within
against the
reason.
rules.
Yes, it's not against the rules. It's literally like it's like between the lines.
And if you end up saying, nah, that is against the rules, then right shit, then know what the fuck you want. Alright, bro.
Like
Bum ass monster anyway.
Like-
Kiss my ass.
there's a story. It's not from F1, but it's from sports cars.
Yeah.
There's the Dodge Viper
Okay.
went racing. The Dodge Viper had a GT3 car. I don't know if you know that. It did. And there was a team called Zaxxpeed that ran it at the Nürburgring. Okay, now the Zaxxpeed Viper, when I tell you was dominant, it was fucking dominant, bro. That car won races. So much so that the rule makers, I forget what race it was, if it was Nürburgring or if it was Spa, the rule makers kept changing the rules so the car would be nerfed compared to other people.
Preying on downfall.
One such flaw, not flaw, one such thing that they tried to do was they tried to change, they tried to say that the engine that it had was, I think it was like a V10.
Yeah.
They tried to change the rules so that the car couldn't have a V10. I think. Don't quote me on that. And so what they did was they took the V10 and they chopped off 2 cylinders. And it still won. So then they said the car can't have that much fuel. Like the actual size of the fuel tank.
Yeah.
You need to change that. So what did they do? In the pit stops, during pit stops, they wouldn't fuel the car. They would just change the fuel cell as a whole. The whole compartment. They take it all out, put it in, and then set the car to go. And they didn't like that either.
Bro, just say you don't want us to win.
And Zaxxpeed kept saying in the rule books, it doesn't say here that I can't do this. Like, that's the tales that I like. The freaking gray areas. Like,
Nah, Shucksburg.
like the freaking,
I feel like I'm not gonna hold you. A lot of people are probably gonna look at me like, why the fuck would you want to get into an argument, right?
you love getting into arguments. Like, I don't.
Well,
Yeah, yes you do.
Not the ones that piss me off anyway. Because who the fuck likes...
What argument that you get into doesn't piss you off?
The ones that are clearly for shits and giggles.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those arguments I like getting into. Because it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
And, so, fucking... So, at some point I want to get into an argument like that where it's like, tell me where I can't do this, bro. Tell me where it says I can't do it. It's because I'm looking at the rules right now and it doesn't say I can't do this. Tell me where right now. I dare you. Go ahead, make some shit up and prove me right.
You wanna pull a Ken Miles
Yeah.
from the Ford vs Ferrari movie? He was like, you can take. The trunk had to be a certain size, so he was gonna be disqualified. So he told the guy, he was like, you know what, Bill, when you was a little boy, you want to go up and say, I want to enforce section 14.2 of the SCCA on luggage capacity. You can take your little portmanteau and stick it where the sun doesn't shine. And then he took a wrench and then he beat the trunk until it fit. Slammed it down and said, "Happy, Bill?" But no, like, one of my favorite innovations from F1 will always be the blown diffuser, the DAS system, DAS, blown diffuser.
Now, if only F1 could actually be innovative and say, you know what, let's actually make that on the car instead of saying only for now, but after that, get the fuck out.
I want to say the F duct.
You know
I think
what?
the F duct was also pretty cool, but like it was alright. The double diffuser was something that Braun GP did when they started. I think at least was also pretty cool. There was also the fan car.
The fan car?
There was a car. Was it Brabham? I don't remember. It was a car that had a fan on the back of it. And people were like, no, you can't do that because the fan counts as a movable part. But the team, I think it was Brabham, was like, no, the fan isn't for performance. It's for
Cooling.
It's for engine cooling or whatever it was. But the problem was that it was a hard time proving it because it was like a happy little accident, I would say, because it helped with cooling, but it also helped stuff the car down to the ground. So in a way, it was for performance. I don't think it was intentional. It kind of just happened. But like that gray area gives us so much cool stories about Formula One that is like unheard of. Like
It makes F1 cooler than.
did you know that an F1 car had like 6 wheels? It was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it had 6 wheels. What car was it? I can't remember. It was a car that had 6 wheels. I kid you not. Shit you not.
No fucking way.
Shit you not. There was cars back then in like the 50s or the 60s that had wings that were like super high up. They were I forget what they were called. Were they called X-wings? Can't remember. McLaren in the 90s, you know what they did? They had a third brake pedal.
What?
They did.
Where did they put it?
In the cockpit. And you know how someone found out about it? It was a photographer that put his camera inside the cockpit. Yeah.
That's not even real. How is that even allowed?
Like, one brake was for all 4 wheels, and then the other brake was for like only 2 wheels only on like the left side of the car. And I forgot how. I don't know. It's fascinating. It makes for a good storytelling. You see where I'm going with this?
Yes. Entirely.
I like that. I like a good story.
A little bit of a legend.
I like a good underdog story, but I also like a good story of this. You know?
Get off my fucking dick. We're done.
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
So if you enjoyed this recording, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your
God, my
friends.
fucking dick is crazy though.
Bro!
Honestly, I can't even say anything because I was saying that about MiHoYo like an hour ago. I was telling them to slurp that shit. Where's your health?
Nowhere, because this fucking bitch right here is like, oh, I got bitch hands. I'm a little bitch. And it's fucking, all I'm doing is getting jumped right now, bro. Fuck you.
Is that Chris Rock as Frieza?
What?
End this shit. End this shit.
I'm not dead yet, that's crazy.
End this shit.
You bum!
End it, bro. Say the outro.
So if you enjoyed this recording, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Zach_and_Night Eagle, and follow us on TikTok at Zach and Night Eagle. And join us in the Discord server, link will be in the description below. And if we made you laugh in this recording or anything else that we've done, please be sure to join us in the voice chat, because most likely we'll make you laugh there too. And with that being said, stay on the trail, don't get derailed, don't see this bitch ass fucker. We'll see you in the next one. Where am I going?
That's a lovely question. My throat really hurts.
What the f...
I should not be yelling.
Hello?
No way. There is no way. Alex. 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 Save this shit.
Oh my god!
Alex. Save this. Oh my god. No, not even 15 minutes. Just like a minute.